While none of the Jurassic Park sequels have come close to matching the brilliance of the original movie, The Lost World, Jurassic Park remains the best of the follow-up movies, by far. The original Jurassic Park was released in 1993 and became a massive success, even holding the title of highest-grossing movie of all time for a period. It is not surprising that a sequel was eventually made, continuing a long-running and beloved blockbuster franchise that continues with this summer's Jurassic Park Rebirth. While there is a lot of excitement for the new movie, the Jurassic Park sequels have been a mixed bag, with only the first sequel really doing justice to the original. The Lost World, Jurassic Park was released in 1997. The movie was a box office hit, even if it didn't reach the heights of the original, but the reviews were mixed, with a 57% on Rotten Tomatoes. Since its release, The Lost World, Jurassic Park has been seen as an underrated follow-up and has held the title of the best Jurassic Park sequel so far. It is not a coincidence that the best Jurassic Park sequel is also the only other movie in the franchise that Steven Spielberg returned to direct. The Lost World, Jurassic Park remains the only sequel that Spielberg has directed outside of the Indiana Jones movies, and given the many iconic films he has made over the years, that is a testament to how much he has loved this franchise. Spielberg has remained involved as a producer on all of the subsequent Jurassic Park movies, but The Lost World is the only one that has a bit of that Spielberg magic. Even if The Lost World is not as good as the original, the sequel captures a lot of what made the first movie so special, and that was lacking in later installments. This mainly comes down to the human characters and the emotional core of the movie, which makes the dinosaur action all the more entertaining. Spielberg has always excelled at this, with Jaws being a perfect example of a B-movie turned into a masterpiece because he cared about the characters at the center of the popcorn story. The Lost World features rich and distinct characters, whereas the sequels felt like they were simply throwing in character archetypes so that there are more people to run from and be eaten by dinosaurs. The Lost World features layered relationships, like Ian and Sarah, as well as Ian and his daughter, Kelly. They may not be the highlights of the film, but they seem real and grounded. Jurassic Park IV and Jurassic World attempt the Spielberg approach with storylines about broken families, but they feel like window dressing more than actual storylines. The Lost World is certainly not one of Spielberg's best movies, but that speaks more to his incredible career than the film itself. He tries new things with the sequel, shooting the dinosaurs in a more eye-catching way and increasing the action. However, The Lost World is really a reminder that it is not easy to make a blockbuster movie that is as emotional and exciting as the ones that Spielberg makes. Steven Spielberg delivers on the Jurassic Park characters and story more than the sequels, but he also has them beat when it comes to the action set pieces in The Lost World, Jurassic Park. The first movie has some unforgettable set-piece moments, with the first T-Rex attack on the road still standing as perhaps the best and most iconic moment in the franchise. While it would have been impossible to recapture that feeling for the sequel, Spielberg instead goes bigger with some spectacular action moments. The Lost World has its own iconic T-Rex attack scene with Ian and the other heroes in a trailer that is knocked over by the massive and angry dinosaurs, so that it is hanging over the edge of the cliff, gradually slipping. The moment stands as genuinely one of the best action sequences of Spielberg's career, with incredible tension, such as when Sarah is trapped on the cracking glass, or the heroic Eddie facing down two T-Rex as he tries to save his friends. There is also the terrifying sequence of the T-Rex attacking the campsite, leading to the nail-biting chase to the waterfall and the subsequent massacre of the people who try to escape into a field, only to be hunted by the velociraptors. While there are some who criticize the climactic sequence in which a T-Rex goes on a rampage in downtown San Diego, it is an undeniable fun scene that delivers on something the audience had wanted to see since the first movie, and that the other sequels never capitalized on.